Alrighty, welcome to another live stream. So, of course you see the title of the video. We're going to save some light strand, Christmas lights. I finally got them down, March 15th, which is the latest I've ever taken lights down. But it was finally a good opportunity to take them down. So, basically 4 months ago, I kind of mentioned that I had a light string that was out. And now that I have them, I was kind of disappointed in the failure because it's going to be a fairly simple fix. So, these were on top of the tree, 12 foot up, and something happened to them. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if a bird bit them or they got cut putting them up or something, but these are literally cut. And I was kind of surprised because I was hoping to do voltage injection and all that other good stuff, but they're cut. And it's a clean cut. It's not like a ragged cut. It's just like a knife went right through them. So here's the one end. And here's the other end. And they're perfectly clean cut, which is amazing. Just like that. I don't see any marks or anything like that. It's just like a knife went right through it. And it's very odd because I don't know what would cause it. So, very interesting find. So, this should be a fairly simple fix. I mean, if I twist the wires back up, like they were, I should be able to match up the wires, because they're in different lengths, which is kind of also weird. So it kind of looks like that. So this should be fairly simple to fix. So let's attempt to fix it and see if it works. But I'll do a temporary fix first before I actually solder them. And we'll go from there to see if they work. So, where'd the other end go? There it is. So we're going to take the longest one and the shortest one on this one. And peel it back a little bit. And this one. And then we'll strip the wires back. And hopefully these still work. So for our temporary repair here, I'm going to break out the Wagos, because I absolutely love these things. Keep them in a bottle. I got the 2 and 3 packs and stuff like that. So these are very simple. And a lot of HVAC technicians use these, and of course electricians are starting to use these things now in place of the wire nut, because it's just as secure as a wire nut, but you don't have to twist the wires. And it helps if you get it in there all the way. So that's that side. And then this side. And these things, you got to strip them back so many millimeters to get enough wire in there so it locks in. And it's usually, there's a little, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little ridge on here. Kind of gives you the wire stripping distance that you should do. So that takes care of that one. So So that one, I'm going to put a little mark on there so I know that I fixed that one. That one is the guaranteed one that belongs to it. And it's just a matter of these two. So it looks like this one and this one are next. So that is another runner wire. And that one goes to this one. Actually, it goes to the bulb. Well, I'm going to put it bulb to bulb, just in case that's not correct, because I did untwist it. Because, of course, these things are daisy chained. These are a set of 70, so it's going to be 2 sets of 35 to make up the 120 volts with 3 volts per lamp. And then you're going to have a pass-through to go end to end. Yeah, there's a little indicator right here of how many millimeters to cut or strip off, which is about 10 millimeters. So 10 millimeter strip, and then you just strip them and insert it and lock it, and you're done. If you were going to use these in a fixture. They do make outdoor models of these things. It's basically the same connector, and you basically put it in a box that's got a bunch of goo in it, and that is your weatherproof box. So ideally that should be repaired. So the test is to plug them in. Hopefully it'll work. And if not, we'll switch the other two out and see what happens. Yeah, well, I'll be dipped. There to go. All fixed. So now we can solder these and make this permanent. Because these are the, if you don't know, these are the commercial ones, and these are 2010. So these are my original light sets that I bought from 1000 Bulbs, because when I switched from incandescent to LED, it was the first place I found that had the LED commercial stringers. So I bought a plethora of them, and I still have them, and they're still working, and I'm using every single set. So 2024 was the first year I used every single set, and now I'm kind of wondering if I should buy some more. But I've got plenty of time to think about that. So now we'll go ahead and solder these, and instead of breaking out my traditional electric soldering iron, we'll break out the fire soldering iron, just for something different. And we'll fix all this up. So we'll get this fired up and pay attention to the burn hole, so we don't catch anything on fire, because I've melted plenty of things with this thing. So we'll have that facing up, so it doesn't burn anything, because I have, see this little, let's see, you get it in the picture. This is one little burn mark that I wasn't paying attention to. So that's that. And, of course, these are going to be outside, so we're going to have to weatherproof them. And I don't have any of the adhesive line, but that doesn't really matter. Because this stuff shrinks pretty tight. So we'll cut 3 pieces. I don't really care if it's black on green wire because you're not going to see it in the dark. So a couple of updates. Of course, the last stream that I had, I noticed that the friggin' mic was kicking on and off, which is, I've had that problem before, so I replaced it. Brand new Rode mic, so the audio should be sounding pretty good. Basically the same as every other good stream. Now that the warmer weather is here, are starting to do more and more outdoor activities. So I pretty much was busy beaver yesterday, taking all the lights down. Today is the last day that you can legally burn anything, because today is the official day of you can't have any open fires. So yesterday I burned all the cardboard that was sitting in the shed all winter long. So the next time I can have open flame in the fire pit is May 15th, so that's going to be a couple of weeks. And then got all the sand off the driveway, because this year we actually had to use sand to be able to walk on the ice, because we had ice inches thick here, which really sucked. So this wire is still actually copper colored, which is amazing for something that's from 2010. And we'll just solder this up. Takes care of that one. And then we'll do this one. And I don't really care about reestablishing the twist or anything like that. Because you're not really going to notice. I'm still waiting for the opportunity where I can do some voltage injection to these things to find the bad diode. But hasn't come up yet. Because that Lightkeeper Pro for LEDs, that's basically what you're doing. You're injecting power into the line so you can force it to light. And then you find out which is the bad diode. Chop it out, and you put a 33 ohm resistor in line with that, and then you call it good. And of course I forgot to put the heat shrink on. Freaking absolutely brilliant. Oh well. So we can fix that. That's easy. So let's see, that one has it, this one didn't. So I'll just pull it apart. Of course, now that I got it soldered, I just have to tack them together. So this one's the only one that don't have it. This one's got a booger on the end from twisting it. Okay, good solid connection. The wire will break after the solder joint. The wire to be yanked, so that's not a problem. And then we'll put this back, get that out of the way, and then we just deal with the heat shrink. So YouTube's not complaining about not getting enough data, so that's a good sign. And let's see, where's my fire? So I got this fire. So that's good. So all repaired. Was hoping for the little bit more technical repair, but a repair is a repair. Have to wait for another day for the more demanding LED light string repair. We'll verify that these still work. Hell yeah. So they're ready for 2025 Christmas season. So we got that fixed. So they'll be ready for 2025. So being that I took them down in March, it's basically a very short duration before I put them back up, which is in 31 weeks. So 31 weeks, 6 days and 16 hours, 1 minute and 53 seconds, these guys will be all going back up. So for me, when I'm putting them up, I'll be like, I just took them down. So that's good. And of course, oh, we do have one out. Oh, look at that. Well, I'll be dipped. All right. We get to do another repair. All right. So, being that this happened to crop up, this is exciting. So, this is why you do maintenance on your Christmas light strands. See this one LED out? This needs to be fixed. Okay, well, you're going to say, it's only one. Okay, well, here's the problem. This one LED being out is not consuming any current. It's passing voltage, so it's a good failure that it's passing voltage, but it's not consuming current. So the rest of these LEDs are actually operating on a higher voltage now. So that is going to shorten their life. And you want to fix it. So being that these are, I think these are 4-inch spacing. 4-inch spacing, you're not going to miss one. You know, unlike 6-inch or 8-inch or wider, you're gonna miss that light if you need it. And also being at the end of where the plug is also a benefit because you're not going to miss it. So what I mentioned earlier is that when you get that Light Keeper Pro and you do your business with them, it comes with these little pods. these little pods have a little resistor in it. And that resistor, I always keep it up here. You've probably seen this like 100 million times every time you watch this stream for the 2 people that watch it. That little pod is a 33 ohm resistor. So we want to go into our resistor stash and find a 33 ohm resistor. And we want to fix that. And have everything fall off the shelf. Brilliant. So we're going to go, you can go and get a straight up kit like this in case you ever need a value of resistors, or if you're just doing Christmas light strands, all you need is 33 ohms. And that'll take up the space or current consumption to maintain the balance of your Christmas light strands. Because this happened to me quite a number of years ago, where on my indoor balsam hill tree, which is all pre-lit LED, there must have been a bad batch of lights made, and they were going out left and right, and I didn't notice it at first. So when I did notice that they were starting to go out, I started replacing them. But the problem is the damage was already done. There was so many that were out, it basically killed the rest of the LEDs until I finally got all the bad ones that were not lit out. And now the tree has been pretty much flawless ever since that fix. So I had videos of fixing Balsam Hill lights and stuff like that, so you can go back in the channel, do a search on them. Do I even have a 33 ohm in here? What's the chart say? Well, the closest one I got is 47, so that will still work. The rest of them are too far out of sync. So what was that one again? 47? So now I gotta find a 47. Don't get confused with 4.7. Here it is, 47. Before you know it, it'll be time to put all these back up. This is why, now that these things are about this age now, it's time to do yearly checks on them to make sure that they're okay. So stuff like this one, where that one is out, to be like I said earlier, it's like, yeah, it's what? It's one. Well, the rest of them are taking up the brunt of the slacker, so we're going to fix it. So, unfortunately, well, these are all sealed LEDs, so you can't take the lamp out like the Balsam Hills and fix it. So this is the only way to actually repair these, unless you got a sacrificial set that you can steal the lamps out of and splice them in, because that's the only way to fix these, is to do the physical splice of these with another LED. So that's the only downfall of these sealed units. But you got to remember, these things have been outside, rolled up, put away, put back up since 2010, and this is the first set with one out. So I can't complain at all. Some people would. You're like, oh, it's supposed to last a lifetime. Okay, so we'll fix that. So we'll get our fire back out. Is it still hot enough to light? Yeah, I'll light it up anyway. So fix that. Get that fixed. Get the heat shrink back out. So let's see. Will that fit over the top of that? Or too tight? Oh yeah, that'll fit. Okay. Chop a big hunk off. So this is a bonus. Got an LED out. Chop that out. Find my wire strippers. Take off the Proposition 65 warning bullshit. This product can cause cancer. Only in California. We're not in California, we're in New York. Which has just as much bullshit laws as friggin' California. And there's Pete. Good morning, Pete. It's been a long time. Of course, for you, it's evening. Me, TV, and YouTube are a minute apart. Yeah, that's typical because of all the servers and nodes and this and that and the other thing that have got to get my signal over to you over in the world down under. So this one is actually pretty black, which is not a big deal. Am I still on camera? I'll get you over an overhead. We'll chop that out. We'll put this on. Lots of oxidation on that baby. You get hot enough iron, you can burn right through that. So you can get a good connection. Okay, we'll custom trim these. We're just going to splot it on there. So basically I can have them pretty short. And we'll remember to put the heat shrink on this time. Yeah, YouTube's notification system sucks. Especially for the live streamers. They haven't got their act together with that stuff. But that's always been a problem. It's like all the channels that I subscribe to. I don't get any notifications that, you know, there's a new video posted at all. So that's a YouTube problem. Okay, that takes care of that. Oh, we got our mystery watcher. Who is the mystery watcher? Come on, say something. So there. So hopefully that works. We'll find out when I plug it in. The mystery watcher. Who is the mystery watcher? Are you a watcher or are you an admirer? Okay. Takes care of that. See if it still works. Hell yeah. So that'll preserve the life of that particular light string. Hopefully we'll get another 15 years out of them. So I know a lot of people don't agree with LED lights and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. They flicker, this, that. Of course, there's going to be a vast majority of people who that doesn't bother them. These don't bother me. Some people, they're anal over them. But the technology is getting better, or I think they're starting to make these. Well, they've been making these where they have a 120 hertz refresh rate, so the flicker is not that noticeable. But for those who are extra sensitive, it's still noticeable. Of course, I got other stuff coming that I'm going to try out in the future. Then I got that hopefully July, Christmas in July, when I make up a new strand of red and gold and stuff like that. So we got that fixed, and like I said, it was a nice, interesting repair. Actually, two repairs. One to fix a for whatever reason it got cut. Don't know what cut it. Don't know why it was cut, but I did notice that it was out when I was doing the final test. I think it was doing the final test of these, and I think I was repositioning the ball on top of the light tree, and I'm like, why are these lights out? And I thought maybe they were unplugged, or maybe the fuses blew, or something like that. So I put new fuses in it from another strand, because I stole the fuses out of another strand, because this one has their strand fuses in it. So it is what it is. That didn't change. So I says, well, maybe something failed, where it failed with a short, and it killed the whole set. But why would I said to myself, why is all the set out? So it was severed. Of course, being already wrapped up in the tree, couldn't see the splice, and the free end didn't flare out. So I had no idea. And then, of course, we fixed that. And then the other failure, which is having an LED out, which is so far the first, but maybe we'll find out in later this year when I do the test. We'll test them all again on camera, on stream, and see if there's any other out. But This will be a good video for repair of your Christmas light string. And of course I did the temporary to make sure it still works with these awesome Wagos. I absolutely love these things. Of course I already said that earlier. So if you want to do a temporary repair just to make sure they do work, or permanent repair, because like I said, more and more HVAC technicians and electricians are starting to use these things, because basically they got a lot of tension on a piece of wire, and it's probably about the same tension as a wire nut, where you still can pull wire out of a wire nut no matter what. So same thing with these things. And of course they're being used more and more wider applications. So like I said, YouTube ain't complaining, so I think I may have found my issues with the streaming. So I'm streaming at about 7,000 kilobits per second. So over the last few weeks I've noticed that my internal Wi-Fi system was going a little wonky, which is basically what I stream off of, Wi-Fi, because these modern MacBooks don't have an Ethernet port, which would be more preferred if you do stream, to have a wired connection, but I don't have that. I tried to use this thing. Of course we all know that this thing can't do it, and ain't got enough oomph to process and encode and send out. So that would be, I tried it, didn't work, so I had to do the laptop thing. So the laptop don't have the Ethernet port, a real port. You can do the USB crap and stuff like that. So going back to the story, I noticed that the Wi-Fi was getting wonky in here and stuff like that. And anything that's, of course, in here that's Apple, if it doesn't get enough good enough signal from one band, it switches to the other. So what I noticed, that everything was on 5 gigahertz, which is kind of odd. So I did one of them signal checks, and I found out that my Apple Airport Extreme, aka that airport Wi-Fi and the data backup system in there, the 2.4 has virtually very little output. I mean, it's like right down to almost nothing. Just enough if you're in close range of it, it picks it up, but if you're like somewhere else in the house, it automatically switches to 5 gigahertz because it's the strongest signal. I didn't know that for weeks on end. I thought there was something wrong. I was chasing cables, rebooting the system, reconfiguring the system, and then things would go wonky. And then even on 5 gigahertz, it was kind of unstable. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I decided, I said, well, I'll change the cables. Maybe I'll switch to the outdoor network antennas. That helped a little bit, but I think just that the thing being so old, I think it was just tired because it's on 24/7 and stuff like that. So I did some part swapping. So I got a new Wi-Fi system in the house. So I got one of these, a Linksys Velope, and this is the Pro 7. So this is one of the mesh Wi-Fi 7 router nodes that you can have a bunch of them in the house to have a stable configuration in your house where you can have consistent Wi-Fi in your house. And this one single node is supposed to be good up to like 3,000 feet. Of course, that's if you got like an open area and stuff like that. So being that I have a couple walls and stuff like that, and interference, for whatever reason, there's a lot of interference in my location. So luckily that one is doing an adequate quad, but I also got the 2 outdoor antennas that are also working on the inside. So either end of the house, and this is basically in the middle. So I got pretty good Wi-Fi now, even outside, which I still had good Wi-Fi because of the outdoor antennas, but now that it's more stable, I don't have to worry about the dropouts, because that was the other thing that I was having issues with. It was all the interior cameras. The live streaming was choppy. It went good for a while, and then it just started getting poorer and poorer and poorer. And of course, the indoor cameras don't switch over to 5 gigahertz. They're all strict 2.4. So they couldn't talk, so it was choppy and intermittent, and you couldn't stream anything, you couldn't retrieve anything. It was awful. But now everything is rock solid and stuff like that. The only issue I got now is I can't talk to one of my controllers because it needs to be rebooted. It needs to be hard reset, and it needs a new connection. So maybe someday, if I ever have to reconfigure that one, or if I go back to the old airport just for a minute and just get that to reboot. But it still connects to the interior network, so it's not complaining. I just can't talk to it and configure it if I have to. But by default, everything's on high outside, that's all I really need. And as long as it syncs up with the inside network, that's all I really care about. So I guess that's anything Pete got to say. Let's see. We will forgive him, her. They're watching TV like me, but I wish I knew who that admirer was. Maybe it's JK18. I don't know. So he still hasn't sent his package in of stuff to be repaired, and I have not found another unicorn info globe yet. So it might be a long time before that comes in. So as far as I know, there's only 2 working unicorn Olympia info globes that are working. The one that I repaired for, I think, a guy in Oregon, and then of course mine is still running. But Jay's died. It's got brain damage. Of course, I had a live stream of the brain damaged one that I got here. So probably the same failure. Oh, I still got Christmas lights up. I'll have to put them away, or just leave them hanging there. I don't know. I don't care. And then the just a long wait of going in and out and waiting for that thing to pop up. So, oh, the admirer left. Bum. I'm so upset that they won't make a comment and say hi, or make up a fake YouTube account and then leave a comment. There you go. If you don't want to let your identity be known. So, still waiting on Jay's stuff to come in to be repaired and or modified. Some of it can be modified, some of it will have to be repaired, and maybe some of it won't be able to be repaired. That's just the way some things are. And so I'm waiting on that. And of course, I got all my interior stuff all taken care of. I got a lot of outdoor projects all done. I still got to do a couple of more projects. I got to trim the outside tree because it's way too big. Where actually last May it was straight, and it's like, uh-oh. So I had to get some ratchet straps and pull it back out straight. And it's not a little tree. It's about a tree that's about 30 foot tall at the tips of the branches. So it needs a little haircut, chopping it in half. And then I only got one other little project to do is I got one outdoor camera. I need to relocate the antennas. I got all this stuff here. I got the brackets. I just need to do it. But the weather's getting nicer now. I'll be able to do that type of work on a ladder without getting blown off the ladder or freeze to death. So that is pretty much it here. So Pete, thanks for tuning in. I always appreciate when you're here. And that's it for this live stream. So we'll see you on the next one. So take care.